In today's video, we are going to study the chapter Diversity in Living Organisms. It is one of the most interesting chapters of class 9. Diversity means variety. In this chapter, we will see how all living organisms present on this planet are classified into different groups based upon the characteristics present in them. So let's see. So what is the basis of such classification? Over millions of years, we have seen diversity in living beings. We look for similarities between organisms so that we can classify them into classes and hence study them as a whole. For this, fundamental characteristics need to be decided which would form the foundation for such classification. It can be carried out based on many factors such as presence of nucleus, body design, single-celled or multicellular organisms, production of food, level of the organization in bodies of organisms carrying out photosynthesis, and in animals, an organization of one's body parts, development of body, specialized organs for different functions. Mainly, we see two types of classification systems. These are two-kingdom classification. This system was proposed by Carolus Linnaeus, who classified living organisms into two types, plants and animals. However, this system of classification was not so successful. So, the present system of classification, which is the five-kingdom classification, was proposed by R.H. Whitaker, and it is currently being used and recognized worldwide. According to this classification, all the living organisms are divided into 5 different kingdoms. These kingdoms are Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. What is the arrangement or hierarchy of classification? Carolus Linnaeus arranged the organisms into different taxonomic groups at different levels. The groups from top to bottom are kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. There is an easy trick to remember this hierarchy of classification. It is keep pots clean or the family gets sick, where the first alphabet of the word represents different taxonomic groups. Now I will tell you the characteristics of those 5 kingdoms one by one. First kingdom is kingdom Monera. It is the kingdom of unicellular prokaryotes. They lack a true nucleus. They may or may not contain a cell wall. Their mode of nutrition may be heterotrophic or autotrophic. For example, bacteria and cyanobacteria. Prokaryotes are those organisms whose nucleus is not surrounded by a nuclear membrane, and also the cell does not contain various cell organelles. Second kingdom is kingdom Protista. This kingdom contains unicellular eukaryotic organisms. Eukaryotic organisms have a nucleus which is surrounded by a nuclear membrane. I am sure you must have heard about the terms prokaryotes and eukaryotes in the chapter Cell, the Fundamental Unit of Life. Coming back to this topic, the organisms belonging to kingdom Protista exhibit autotrophic or heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Autotrophic or heterotrophic means either they prepare their food by themselves or they depend upon others for their food needs. These organisms possess pseudopodia or false feet, cilia, flagella for locomotion. Locomotion is the process of movement from one place to another. Organisms like amoeba and paramecium belong to this kingdom. The third kingdom is kingdom fungi. The organisms belonging to this kingdom are multicellular eukaryotic organisms. They exhibit a saprophytic mode of nutrition. Saprophytic mode of nutrition, it means the organisms, they grow on dead and decaying matter and they derive their nourishment from that matter only. The cell wall of such organisms is made up of chitin. These organisms normally live in a symbiotic relationship with blue-green algae. Symbiotic relationship is a long-term and mutual relationship between two living organisms. Organisms like yeast and aspergillus come under this kingdom. The fourth kingdom is kingdom Plantae. The organisms belonging to this kingdom are multicellular and eukaryotic organisms. The cell wall of such organisms is made up of cellulose. These organisms prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis. Kingdom Plantae is subdivided into 5 phylums: Thallophyta, Bryophyta, Pteridophyta, Gymnosperms and Angiosperms. About these phylums we will study later in detail. Organisms like pines, ferns, mango tree come under this kingdom. The fifth and the last kingdom is kingdom Animalia. The organisms under this kingdom are multicellular eukaryotic organisms and they do not have a cell wall. They are heterotrophs, that means they depend upon others for the fulfillment of their food needs. The organisms can be simple or complex in structure. They are genetically diverse. They exhibit an organ system level of organization. This kingdom is subdivided into different phyla such as Porifera, Coelenterata, Echinodermata, Chordata. Organisms such as earthworms, hydra, and even human beings belong to the kingdom Animalia.